This is James. We're here at Gateway Church. Gonna just go check out, see how things are going. Got 10 minutes until the service starts. Hey, it's James. Welcome back to the channel. So glad you are here. I did a couple shots of my time yesterday at Gateway Church. And now here's really my response to everything I saw. I do want to point out that when Pastor Max got up, I'm telling you, this whole series that he's calling Just Jesus, it's intentional. He's trying to focus Gateway Church on Jesus Christ, not on prosperity, not on healing, not on, if you give, then God's going to bless you 100-fold. He's trying to focus this church on Jesus. This is an intentional effort to try to change the culture there. And, but I mean, not everything I saw was good. His wife, when she prays, I just wonder why she's even up on the platform. She said, God used the depression that she went through to heal me from independent living. What? Now, if you said that you got sick and God healed you and that you learned to depend on God more, that's one thing. I totally get it. Let me fix this. I don't like the way the screen looks right now. It's better. I truly believe when I got sick 3 years ago that it was a good thing because I learned how to be more empathetic towards people that are at the hospital. But anyway, let's get to the sermon. The sermon was really, really good. And I love the fact that he used to talk about Thanksgiving. He talked about what Jesus did for these lepers in Luke 17. And he talked about, where are the other 9? Yeah, they went off and were happy that they got healed, but only one came back to Jesus and said, thank you. And then this is really the heart of the sermon. He says that maybe they were too busy to be thankful. Maybe they were too cautious to be thankful. Or maybe they were too self-centered to be thankful. Maybe they were too arrogant to be thankful. And then he said something, it wasn't put on the screen, but my gut feeling tells me this was a direct dig at Robert Morris without saying Robert Morris's name. He said, maybe they were, some people are too busy to try to protect an image. If that wasn't a direct dig at Robert Morris, I don't know what is. It was very subtle, but if you were paying attention, it was there. And that's exactly what Robert Morris was trying to do, was to protect his image. He was more interested in his image than he was in ministry. And by the way, I do want to show up. I actually sat up in the balcony this time. I just wanted to. This was from earlier when they did a child dedication. They basically prayed for these kids. Nice touch, by the way. Anyway, getting back to the sermon, Max said that God notices the grateful heart. And of course, Max Lucado was there to preach a Thanksgiving message. He also says, gratitude lifts our eyes off the things we don't have and onto the things we do have. He said, how do we find gratitude? There's no more looking for weeds. He told the story of this caddy who was with a golfer, and the golfer said that you won't find a single weed in Augusta. So the caddy went the entire time he was there looking for weeds and not paying attention to the overall beauty of Augusta National. And then he said, there's always people that have something to bellyache about, which is so true. And then he talked about using the gifts, measure the gifts of God. Well, I loved how he used 1 Thessalonians 5. Just so happened a week ago, I used that very passage to talk about Thanksgiving. Always rejoice, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances. And see, this is the part right here. You've got to pay attention. These prosperity preachers are not going to talk about giving thanks in all situations. They don't think that sickness is God's will. They don't think if you're having a bad day, that that's God's will. And I'm telling you, Max Lucado is trying to take Gateway away from the prosperity movement and bring them into a more mainline situation. He shared a story about how that he was teaching at a women's conference, and somehow there were 152. There weren't enough chairs. And some people started complaining about this when they brought in extra chairs, but these chairs were small. And so people were cramped together. And Joni Erickson Tada went on the stage, and she was paralyzed because of a diving accident. She got on the stage. She said, I know some of you don't like the chair that you're in. And she said, I know over 100 handicapped friends who would love to trade places with you. And the women stopped complaining. See, that's not the kind of stuff that Robert Morris would have talked about. They are being very intentional about wanting to change the culture and to bring Gateway Church more mainstream. And I know some of you watch this channel, you so desperately want Gateway to shut its doors and close. And why not pray for them that they change? It's happening. Now, here's the thing. All the positive stuff I saw, they still haven't come out with their financial records. They still haven't been transparent with how money has been spent. And I'm just telling them what they need to do. I will flat out tell you, this is what needs to happen. Maybe by the grace of God, somebody from Gateway Church actually sees this video, but I'll tell you exactly what needs to happen. I've been a Christian for well over 30 years. I've been a part of many different churches, and the churches that I saw, and I'll even go to the church that I was ordained at in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We had a Wednesday night service where they put the financial records on a PDF and put it up on the screen. This is the money came in. This is what we spent it on. They were extremely open and honest about where the money was going. That's what needs to happen. Complete, open transparency. And when that does happen, I think people will learn to start to trust Gateway Church again. Now, getting rid of Robert Morris was a good step. Getting rid of anybody who knew about the abuse was the next step. But now you have to start walking with integrity. And so my prayer is that they do that. We'll see what happens. So, there's one more thing I need to talk about. Just going to play this clip real quick. I know that some people are saying that T.D. Jakes may have gone to some of these parties with Diddy. I don't know if he did or not. I just know that here's an older minister who's going through some health issues. So I'm going to pause my recording and we'll put the clip I have from CBS News on here, and then I'll come back and close out the video.
On viral, you can see Bishop Jakes finished his Sunday sermon and then got quiet, seemed to shake. The crowd reacting before several people rushed on stage to come to his aid. On the Potter's House,
a statement was put out by the Potter's House on Twitter/X, and it says this. I'll put it up on the screen. During today's service, Bishop T.D. Jakes experienced a slight health incident and received immediate medical attention following his powerful hour-long message. Bishop Jakes is stable and under the care of medical professionals. The entire Potter's House family is grateful for the outpouring of love, prayers, and support from the community. Thank you for your understanding and continued prayers. I don't know if he ever went to any of these parties. I don't know what the situation is. I just know that we definitely need to be praying for Bishop Jakes. And if he was involved, we need to pray that he repents. Because there was a lot of really, really bad stuff happening, allegedly, at these parties. And for the feds to find bottles of massage oil and lubricant that had medicine in it, that basically when you massaged the person, it was a form of fentanyl in it, and so they would just pass out, and then the person giving the massage pretty much could have their way with it, and that's absolutely horrible. My hope and prayer is that anybody that did that will spend a long, long time in jail, prison. Anyway, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I do want to thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Our goal is very simple. We are here to expose wolves in sheep's clothing. We're here to bring the deeds of darkness and bring them into the light so that people can see who's legit and who's not. I mean, if you're claiming to be a person representing Jesus Christ, you don't have multiple affairs. You don't force people to do things against their will to please your needs, to meet your needs. You don't go to parties where stuff like this is happening. Those are wolves in sheep's clothing, and those people need to be stopped. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. And please pray for me as well. My health issue is still ongoing. I'm still having some GI issues. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.